Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week it is my OVerwatch Reinhardt from the Blizzard game Overwatch and created by Hasbro. Now I picked this up off Mighty Ape. There were still I think 4 left or 5 left of these when I made the video. I'll leave a link down below to Mighty Ape for them. And yeah, if you want to pick one up, I'd suggest you do it. I believe when these guys were released they cost like $100 or $120 New Zealand, and I paid $20 for this. So a lot of the people that complained about it when it was higher priced, yeah, I'm not complaining. $20 is a very good price. So very chunky figure. Obviously he comes with his shield and 2 little clips that go down the bottom. You can see one of them that help it stand up on its own, and it can be connected to his arm through the lion icon at the side. Now before I get into the figure, just move the camera back a long way for this. That is the box. So the box has, you know, a really nice window on the front. It says it's for ages side 4 and up. You can see that it comes around the side with the Reinhardt there, if you really want to have a look at him. There is details on the back: name, age, occupation. He's 61. I'm actually quite surprised he's 61. I don't play Overwatch. It's a $20 figure. I just want a $20 figure. Really nice image of Reinhardt there, and you know, the tank thing on the side. I don't think you really care about the top or the bottom. It's basically a giant Overwatch symbol and technical legal jargon. I think you care more about the figure. So you can already see, because of the lighting, that the shielding on it has a sort of honeycomb pattern put into it. So if I'm not standing, see, if I stand here, you can only just sort of see it at the corners, but if I get out of the way you actually see it. Well, I can see it very clearly anyway through the viewfinder that I use on the camera. The figure itself, I think I've got a, yep, I do have a measuring thing here. The figure itself is maybe like 8 inches. Very tall figure. Very, very chunky figure. Now I have seen like other video reviews of this guy. Not that I really do reviews. They said that his wrists weren't articulated, which is really, really weird because the wrists actually are articulated. I don't know when this was released, but I know that it was quite some time ago. Of course, now that it's on clearance, it was definitely some time ago. The hand is actually very, very stiff. The hand that is holding the hammer, I believe both hands can hold the hammer, but it takes a lot of force to get that hammer in there, which is why I'm not going to yank it out. He has a ball joint head, although the problem with the head is that it's like tiny compared to the rest of the body, so you can very easily knock the head off. Basically you just slide it back in. There we go, the articulation at the wrist there, and it does have a bit of that kind of flex, although it's a very, very ugly one. The hammer is very, very nicely detailed, so you can sort of see the vents and the rocket stuff. Now I don't know if the flame effects from some of the transformers would work on this, but I suspect that they probably would. The bottom end of it is also very nicely detailed. His lion's head is quite nicely detailed as well. And he does have, like, I think there's a double joint in the shoulders, so the pads are actually like articulated on their own, and then there's sort of this swivel and ball thing to give you a good articulation there, and it's articulated at the elbow. Now some of the stuff is very tight jointed, and that's why I don't want to go too sort of bendy on it. You will see that there's articulation at the ankle. There is a double at the knee, so there's a bend here and another one up here. You don't really want to have those too far out though, because they start to look ugly. There is a liftable skirt at the front, which, you know, rude stuff. Very nicely painted figure though. Very nicely painted figure. The whole reason he's not on the Lazy Susan though is because I suspect that he might be a little too heavy for it, and if he falls, given the weight distribution, he might smash it, and that's why I haven't got a Lazy Susan. That's why you haven't seen it for the past couple of weeks, because I don't want to risk breaking the damn thing, as you can imagine. There's really nice paint details around the shoulders and stuff. I think the whole thing was moulded out of like a grey plastic, so it has got like wear in it and stuff. You can see it reflects really well off with the light and all that. You can see it's kind of dirty in the joints. There are joints at the hips too there, and there is like a swivel there. A lot of people in the reviews I watched before I got him also said that he doesn't stand particularly well, and that you might need to use the hammer to keep him up. Quite obviously the hammer is not actually touching the ground, and he's standing quite well on his own. Now if you want to put the shield in front of him, that's when you sort of limit your articulation. I won't do it, but the shield has a long pin there, and you just put it through the front part of the shield there, and then the back of the shield has another pin that can go into the arm there, just there. So you can actually have him, well, I suppose I shouldn't be a cheap person here. If I line it up, okay. Yeah, line it up like that. Get the head on the right way. And you can sort of see him standing behind the shield. The really good thing with that stand thing there is the clips for it. They actually are quite well moulded to hold it. One is sort of curved and the other side is flat, so it really clips into it quite well. All around, really nice figure. I actually picked up a second one of these because I wanted to have, technically I actually want 3. Because I like the idea of knights and stuff, and these guys are gigantic, so you know, you could use them as like automatons and all sorts of other things for swords and sorcery and neat things, and at $20, you know, that's pretty cheap. So I will leave a link down below. Hopefully by the time this video goes out there's still some available, or maybe they're even cheaper, in which case if you want to get one you'll be able to get one. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.